It's time for The Instigator, the in-your-face hockey podcast that is loaded with controversy and criticism. This hockey talk rant will spark your hockey thoughts and opinions. When controversy happens in the hockey world, The Instigator is there to fire off their opinion. You may agree, but you just might wholeheartedly disagree. That's what brings you back. Get ready for in-your-face hockey talk and controversy. The Instigator is hosted by Burud and is a production of Inside Edge Hockey News Radio.
Hey, hockey fans. It is time for another episode of The Instigator, episode number 48. It is December 28th, 2020. I am the host of the show, Brad Burud from Inside Edge Hockey News. 2 weeks until we have National Hockey League action. And man, it feels so good to have that in front of us, have a date on the calendar, have something that we're looking forward to. I've been struggling miserably through this pandemic and through not having hockey, and just it has just been a grind upon grind upon grind. And just to have that date on the calendar, that does a lot. So what are we talking about today on the show? What are we upset about? What's got us fueling our fire? Well, I'm not upset at all, but I got a topic that may upset some of you hockey fans. Maybe not. Maybe it'll make some of them happy like it does me. Question for you. Will we want to keep the Canadian division after this season's over? It's exciting. It's new. It's full of rivalries. And you know what? I think it's going to be out of this world. And I think when it's done, we're all going to be like, can we do that again? That was a lot of fun having those rivalries. That was a lot of fun having that division, all Canadian. And I would like to redo that again. I don't know. I think it's something to think about. And I think it's something that many of us fans might just really like. A big thanks goes out to our sponsor, Raz Energy. Their drinks are off the charts. And they don't just have drinks, energy drinks. They've got powder to make more energy drinks. They have this product here called Broken Arrow, which is a pre-workout. You have to check these guys out. Rep Sports. Get your all kinds of different workout stuff. Repsports.com. Use promo code Instigator. Get you 15% off. And it's good. And the drinks taste good too. They give me a lot of energy. Try some of these things out. If you want me to send you a couple of these packets, fire me a text, tweet, whatever, and I'll send some off to you so you can try it, because it is very, very good stuff. And we thank them for their sponsorship.
Inside Edge Hockey News, dropping the gloves and stirring the pot.
All right, hockey fans. Due to COVID and travel restrictions between Canada and the United States, we are going to get treated to something that, I know, we'll probably never see again. But we can hope, right? At least I can hope. I'm a Calgary Flames fan, for all of you that don't know. And as I prepare to watch my team play this season, like every other hockey fan is doing, I look at the division realignment, and I look at the divisions and where they all go, and I look at this Canadian division, and it's made up of the Ottawa Senators, the Calgary Flames, Vancouver Canucks, Edmonton Oilers, Winnipeg Jets, Montreal Canadiens, and Toronto Maple Leafs. And I look at all those teams, and I look at how when they play each other, they're all rivalry games. Every single one of them. It's always meant a little something when a Canadian team plays a Canadian team. I don't care if you're an American or Canadian. I know that most of you true NHL hockey fans mark Hockey Day in Canada on the schedule because it's 4 Canadian games, or 3, in a day, and it's exciting as hell. It's off the charts. We're going to get treated this year. We're going to get rivalries every night in the Canadian division. We're going to have 10 at Battle of Albertas. We're going to have 10 Calgary Vancouvers. We're going to have 10 Montreal Torontos. I mean, holy crap. Leafs Habs, how much better is that for an early game, followed by the Oilers Flames or the Oilers Canucks or the Flames Canucks? I mean, it's going to be off the charts. Winnipeg and Calgary have a rivalry now after that playoff series last year. We're going to see so many good things. We're going to get to see some young talent in Ottawa and a team trying to rebuild. We're going to get the Tkachuk brothers battling 7 times this year. As much as many don't want to admit it, like, hockey is Canada. And now we're going to get Canadian teams every night. Every night's going to be a hockey night in Canada. Canadian television ratings are going to soar. Sportsnet's going to love this. They are going to just love this. And I don't know that it hurts U.S. television. I think it helps U.S. television. I think we're going to get rivalries like Washington, Pittsburgh more often. We're going to get a lot of good rivalries games. This is going to be a huge benefit. I think it's going to help American TV, and I think it's going to help Canadian TV, because I'm telling you right now, if it's the Kings against the Montreal Canadiens on U.S. television, not going to get watched. It should, is going to be a good game, but it's not going to be a primetime game. Very rarely, the only time we see Canadian teams in a primetime in the U.S. is once in a while. They'll throw Toronto on so we can see Matthews and them, and once in a while we'll get McDavid. You're never going to get Vancouver. You're never going to get Calgary. You're never going to get Ottawa. You're never going to get Winnipeg. You're never going to get, who am I forgetting? Well, you'll get the odd Edmonton game, but you're just not going to get those in the U.S. markets. Well, now you don't need to worry about that, because the U.S. is going to have their rivalries and the Canadians are going to have their rivalries. And we're going to meet in the end as the playoffs are going to be top 4 teams from each division, battle it out till we have a winner of each division, which, yes, I know, guarantees a Canadian team in the Final 4, which will be reseeded, and we go from there. Now, some people are like, well, that's not fair to have a Canadian team making the Final 4. Hey, you still got to win the division. I'll put this division talent and competitiveness wise up against any other division. Yeah, maybe that East division. I think it's the East. I'm all screwed up on my divisions now. I'd put this division up against anyone. As a matter of fact, I don't doubt that this is a year we get a Canadian team in the finals. That's my prediction right now, maybe, huh? I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I don't usually do predictions quite this early. But another thing this does is this eliminates conferences, which I'm a traditionalist. I've always kind of liked conferences. But really, do they make sense anymore? How about we develop rivalries and divisions and we battle it out within that division to get a champion of that division who moves on into the Final 4? That sounds like, to me, amazing. And now we're going to get a season of like a baseball type schedule where you have 2-game, 3-game, sometimes 4-game sets in one team's arena. Those are like going to be mini playoff series. We're going to get a season filled with mini playoff series. What's a mini playoff series with the Battle of Alberta going to be like? It's going to be flat out amazing. I think U.S. fans are going to be tuning into that one. I'm pretty sure, because those are the best games of the year last year. It's going to be easier travel for these Canadian teams too. Now you say, well, how is that? Vancouver to Ottawa, that's a long flight. It is a long flight. But when you have to fly that, and then you're out there playing Ottawa, and then you head to Montreal, and you're going to knock off 6 games over 12 days or 11 days or 10 days, it's not going to be that bad. This schedule is not going to be that bad for players. It's going to be a little condensed. Think about this, though. What if you're the Vancouver Canucks and you play on a Saturday night in Minnesota, and then you play on Sunday in Winnipeg, which is not far away, but you have to clear customs, which takes a long time, even if you're flying private. This eliminates that customs delays. This travel is not going to be that bad for these Canadian teams. And I think the games are going to be off the charts. You're going to see ratings in Canada that are going to be top notch. And it's not just because we've been starved for hockey. It's because the games are going to be so damn good. Now, I know many of you are just sitting there going, this guy's crazy. This guy's crazy. But check back with me at the end of this regular season. And I don't think you'll be thinking I'm as crazy as I am, because this is going to be really good. Now, what are the odds that the NHL would allow this to continue and keep this a permanent thing? I'd say under 5%. And there's a couple of reasons. The Seattle Kraken are coming into the league. That would throw the divisional numbers off. Well, we don't have enough teams in Canada to keep up with the amount of divisions or numbers in the American divisions. There's only 7 teams in Canada versus 8 in all the other divisions. Then we're going to add one in Seattle. Plus, they want the Seattle Kraken and Vancouver Canucks to develop a rivalry, which, I mean, I think they will develop a rivalry, but I just don't think it's going to be a nationally known rivalry. I don't think it's going to have the gusto that it'll probably be like a Winnipeg Jets, Minnesota Wild rivalry that exists, but is not like a prominent Pittsburgh, Philly, or, Anaheim, LA. It's not there because it's a US Canada thing. I'm telling you guys, this Canadian division probably won't last. But you know what? I think we are gonna love it.
Raise energy.
Raise energy.
Raise energy
is better than any other energy drink out there.
Ooh. Wow. That's my favorite one.
It tastes bomb.
Really good.
0 calories.
0 sugar.
0 carb.
No crash. What? I'm serious.
You're not going to get that crash.
I did not feel a crash whatsoever.
I'll drink it, I'll kill my workout, and I'll go back and I'll kill the rest of the day at work.
It's not too carbonated to where right after I'm burping up a storm.
Not just great for staying up late, staying to final. I'm about to go work out.
Felt good energy-wise. I was still hyped from the raise. I'm loving it, man.
Get connected. Inside Edge Hockey News can be found on Twitter at Inside Edge Hockey. You can also check out the Facebook page, Inside Edge Hockey News. Check out host Brad Burud on Twitter at Brad Burud. And if you like what you hear, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Check us out on all major podcast players, and consider subscribing to the Inside Edge Hockey News on Patreon.
Thanks for listening to The Instigator. Check back for future episodes or download the show on your favorite podcatcher. Keep up to date with all the hockey news at Inside Edge Hockey News. And check us out on all forms of social media. Until next rant, take care and enjoy the hockey action.
This has been a production of Inside Edge Hockey News Radio, copyrighted and distributed by the Inside Edge Hockey Media Group.